Welcome to this week's Coach's Corner. Special guest on this week's show is our softball coach, Jared Freeman. The last time we talked with Coach, the Lady Cats had opened with a season-opening one-run loss, and Coach, from that point until now, the girls have run off quite a string of victories, and you're playing very well.
We are. We're 14-2. So, like you said, we've not been perfect, but we found ways to win more days than not. So that's a good thing.
District record has got to be good too, Coach.
We're 5-1. Just that season opener, like you talked about, was the only one we've lost, and we've had some tough, close games. Like I said, where we found ways to win, but off to a decent start at 5-1 in district.
Since we talked to you last, you won the Perry tournament. Very impressive with some great wins there, and you've had some great wins so far. I would like you to talk about your trip to Colorado because a lot of people may be interested to know. For the first time I can remember, the girls got a big trip away from home against some great competition up in Colorado. And if you could, maybe talk about that experience.
It was a very good experience. You know, it's an opportunity to kind of get away from hometown and bond and spend a lot of time with one another and kind of get to know one another. As well as play new and different opponents that we're not used to seeing. We were able to go and spend 4 days in Castle Rock, Colorado. Went to the top of Pikes Peak and hung out for a little bit. And more importantly, we went 4-1 in the tournament. The one team that did beat us was their Gatorade Player of the Year pitcher. She was in the mid-60s, and she was the real deal. And she gave it to us that day. So we did lose that game, but we came out on top in the rest of them, and it was a very good experience. And like you said, you know, a lot of our other programs, baseball, basketball, wrestling, have gotten to take trips like that, and we did a good job of fundraising in the off season, and we're able to pull a trip off like that.
So much hard work has gone into your program, and I know the parents are responsible for a lot of that, as well as some of the great businesses. But you know, once in a while, kids have to see a reward, and I think that might be, you know, obviously a trip to the state tournament will be the big reward, but going on a trip like that and seeing a part of the country that those girls maybe haven't seen before, that's a great reward, and it's our parents telling those kids you're doing the right thing.
Exactly. Like I said, we took 16 kids, and only one had ever been to Colorado and seen the mountains. So the trip up to Pikes Peak was many of their first time seeing a mountain like that, so it was kind of cool.
Let me ask you, does the ball do anything different up in that mountain air?
It flew. We had 4 home runs the first day, so it definitely, the air changed. Some girls like Jaden Hawkins got their first career home run, and I told her we needed to play out in Colorado a little bit more often.
You might lose some girls to transfer now. So you came back, and I want to ask you about another couple of games. Midwest City, you beat Midwest City in the completion of a suspended game, but then, Coach, you came back the next game, and I think it was 4-3. It was very close. So, you know, that's the nature of high school softball, and you better be on your game every game out.
You're right about that, and they got a pitcher back that wasn't there for the first game that was hurt, and she's one of the better ones. They're not a very solid team throughout, but when you've got one in the circle, you can see what can happen, and we were not ready to play. That was I certainly didn't do my job that day. And to be honest with you, it's been 7-8 games in a row that we've not played up to our ability. We've kind of struggled. We've still won, but we're really not happy with the way that we're playing right now. We know that we can be better, and if we're not better today, Stillwater's 12-3. They've won 11 out of 12. Just beat Owasso last Thursday. So if we play the way that we've been playing, we might find ourselves in trouble today with Stillwater. So hopefully we got that wake-up call with Midwest City that, like you said, we got to bring our best effort every game.
I haven't seen the rankings yet, Coach. Have you seen some rankings out so far?
Well, unfortunately, when we went to this district play, they decided to do away with the rankings. So there are no rankings with softball, which I think is a shame. Because the last few years I think we would have been a highly ranked team, and I know it's just a number on a piece of paper, but it's still something that I think our girls deserve credit for and recognition for. So I'd like to think we'd be in the top 5 right now if they did the rankings.
Stillwater today, what's the rest of the week got, Coach?
Rest of the week we're on the road, all non-district. We only get to play in 5 non-district games a season, so we go to Del City tomorrow, Jones on Thursday, and Tulsa Memorial on Saturday. And we're on the road this week because we're hosting a junior high tournament at our ballpark Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we've got an 8-team tournament put together, and we had a real good time with it last year, and everybody came back, and it's actually grown a little bit. So if you're around and want to see some younger girls play and see the future of the program, this weekend would be a good opportunity to do that.
And they're having some success too, aren't they?
They are. We've actually got 27 girls out for junior high, so we've actually got 3 separate teams, and I think combined they're 11-0 right now. So they're undefeated so far, and we've got a really good group of 8th graders that we're really excited about for the future.
Well, sounds like everything's going well, but I went over Stillwater today. That's a big game, isn't it?
It is, and they've really surprised a lot of people. They were not supposed to be one of those top tier teams this year, but they've Carrie Lenzenmeyer from NOC Tonkawa went back to Stillwater, and she's obviously doing the right things. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively. Got a couple of girls in the middle offensively that can do damage, and we're gonna have to play well. Hopefully, like I tell them, I shouldn't have to say anything about Stillwater. If I've got to talk about energy and effort today, then something's wrong with you. So hopefully we come out with the right attitude and the right effort and get a big road win at Stillwater.
Coach, good luck to you. Jared Freeman, our girls softball coach on Coach's Corner.